It's fantastic. It is fantastic. I love going camping with my son.
I've developed relationships that, they really mean a lot to me.
I've met some of my really good friends at campouts. I mean, you're sitting there at night and drinking a cup of coffee or sitting around a campfire, and we make a dessert over the coals or whatever, and you get to know them real well, and it's just it's a quiet time to sit around with other adults and have just a good quality time.
We have a lot of fun when we go camping. And like I said, it's a fantastic environment just to get out with other adults and interact. And those adult leaders that you interact with become some of the best friends that you can have.
Everybody's wearing the same uniform, wearing the same clothes. There's no, I have a fancy shirt and he's wearing a t-shirt with holes in it. Everybody's on the same playing field.
I've always loved scouting for my boys because it isn't school, it isn't church, it isn't sports. It's been a good outlet for them and a good place for them to learn some new skills, build confidence in themselves.
He has more than one adult to look up to for answers, or if he has questions, he doesn't have to come directly to me.
I know who his friends are, and a lot of his friends are in Scouts. So it tends to create a group of a team together that works together, plays together, and does a lot of outside activities together.
We want our children to succeed in life, and this is one of the components in it. And pretty much all our parents in our program are all on the same page.
Scouting is just so well-rounded. There's so many different aspects to it.
It gives us the opportunity for our boys to be leaders, to test those things out. Also through merit badges, it gives those boys an opportunity to get a glimpse of what vocations and what professions are out there.
Stephen used to be painfully shy, and I think it's because he just wasn't used to interacting with a lot of kids. But I think the scouting experience, it's allowed him to open up quite a bit.
And it is all about kids running the show, and they all kind of learn to be more self-confident.
Here's something you can get involved in. You can be interested in, you can grow, you can achieve, and you can be rewarded.
Just the confidence and the smiles and knowing, hey, I can function away from mom and dad.
Well, I'm a very protective parent, and I don't do like sleepovers and things like that. I didn't like for people to keep my kids. I kept my kids, and I entrusted him to the Scouts.
There is safety issues involved with fire, axes, hatchets, saws, so forth. Then we have a parent usually standing right there beside them.
There's trained adults up there that have gone through training, that know the safety rules, what it takes to be safe. They know how to operate the equipment.
For us, it's an experience that's helping to mold Kennedy, is helping me as a father share those experiences with him.
There's just not really time for individual families to do so many of these things that are available to them in Scouts.
And it's worthwhile. Any community organization that's working with kids to help improve their lives and to make sure that they have a secure future as productive citizens, I think is worth the time.
That time that I get to spend, with my kid on these kind of events are something that I will cherish all of my life.
One of my favorite things about Boy Scouts is a boy-led troop.
They learn from each other. The younger ones look up to the older ones, and the older ones can help the younger ones, so it is a little different.
His leadership skills are fantastic.
We are still there to support them at all times. We just kind of help instruct them and say, okay, you have a question, we'll answer your question.
A lot of first aid that he's learned, I've been very impressed with. He's CPR certified.
I have a very good friend of mine who's an architect, And he says, I'm an architect because I was a Boy Scout and I took the Architecture Merit Badge.
At the end, receiving all the recognition really makes a child feel good about themselves. And recognition taps into a child's self-esteem.
What I see in the Boy Scouts of America is an overall theme, and it's to take these young men and to teach them to be men.
Being a single mom, I could not provide a male role model. And that's what I really wanted him to get, that other benefit that I cannot give him.
No mother wants to be a single parent. But if you find yourself in that situation and you have a male child, you need to put them in scouting immediately.